As a barber, a lot of people ask me if I cut my own hair. And yeah, here and there I do. So let me show you how. I've had a burst fade for a while, as you can see, but I'm gonna switch it up to a taper. I don't have the 360 mirrors, so I'm gonna be using this mirror wedged inside a ring light. The worst self-haircut setup ever. So step one is to lock in 180 milligrams of caffeine straight to the dome, and it's 7 PM, game's gone. Cool. So I'm gonna start by wetting the top. We're gonna take a little bit of length off, and I'm also gonna add in some texture as well. So I'm gonna show you exactly how I'm gonna do that in a minute. So if I'm honest, even as a barber, cutting the top of your own hair is a little bit of a myth. You're gonna have to kind of freestyle it, but the best way I found to do it is basically part it down the middle and then take it section by section. So we're gonna separate the front bit just like that. And I'm just gonna point cut it to add a bit of texture like I was saying. Now it's gonna take a section slightly behind it. Now, as I said, doing it this way is the easiest, doing it section by section. Is it gonna be 100% even? Probably not realistically, but because I want it kind of textured anyway, it doesn't actually matter too much. And if you are bothered about the small intricacies like that, then probably don't cut your own hair, just go to an actual barber. Genius. Now I'm gonna use some thinning scissors just to texture the top a little bit more. And you don't have to be too precise with this, to be honest. Just go through section by section, slowly making your way towards the front and just take little bits off. This just removes a little bit of weight from the hair and makes it slightly easier to style and get texture into. Cool, and that's the top done. Now, is it gonna be 100% even? Probably not, to be honest, but does it matter? No. And I'm a barber, so you can't tell me I'm wrong. Now I'm gonna dry it off completely, ready to cut the sides. I'm not worrying about the style at the minute. I wanna literally just get it dry. So first I need to deal with the bulk on the sides and the crown area. If I was cutting someone's hair, I'd do this with scissors, but trying to do that myself is gonna be a recipe for disaster. So I'm gonna take a massive guard. Bro, is that 16 guard? Nah, it's a number 12. Now I'm gonna take a number 10 and go slightly below it. So now I've got number 6. I'm gonna start debulking these sides. I don't personally like my hair to come out too much on the sides. I like it more straight up. And I also need to blend in the remaining bit of the burst fade into the actual bulk of the sides, because as I said, we're doing a taper. So let's see what magic I can work. I've worked my way down to a number 3 at this point, and this should be one of the last guards we use before we set in the guidelines for the actual fade. As I said, I'm going mid to high on the sides, so essentially with no C-cup. That's the first guideline. Clipper open, I'm gonna blend out the first guideline. 1.5, we're gonna come slightly above that. Number 1. And back down to the lever open, just to flick at the bottom. And then I'm gonna take a 2, start with it open, and then bring it down. And that should be this side blended. So the back fade isn't necessarily done yet, but I'm gonna line it up because that's gonna allow me to see the parts that need to be detailed a little bit clearer. Now think about it, this has been the most randomly ordered haircut ever, so probably don't try and copy this. Worst tutorial of all time. Well, that's this side pretty much complete. I'll show you a little comparison. So obviously I'm just gonna repeat all them steps on the other side of my hair, and I'll come back to you when I'm looking a little bit more symmetrical. All right, we're back. We're gonna line up my facial hair with the blade, and then I'm gonna show you how I style my hair. I'm gonna add in a bit of smash clay to the hair. There'll be a link in the description to pick some up. This is my brand, if you're not aware. We're gonna be using about that much, not a lot really. And this will add a lot of texture. My hair's completely dry, just for reference. And that about wraps it. Let me know what you think. Smash or pass on this haircut. Do I actually recommend learning to cut your own hair? Probably not, to be honest. It depends how much you value your time. I've been here for about 2 hours, and considering I'm a barber, yes, I've had to film, I've had to be navigating the camera, so it's taken me a lot longer. But me cutting my own hair would take me about an hour and a half. If you're busy and you haven't got the convenience of a barber setup, which I guess no one does unless you're a barber, then to be honest, no. I don't recommend you cut your own hair. I'd still rather go to the barbers and get someone else to do it. I just cut my hair for the purpose of this video because I know I can get content out of it, so my circumstances are a bit different. But you know, if it's something you enjoy and it's something you genuinely want to do, then go ahead. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you very shortly. Smash.